Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can build a podcast website for less than the price of a cup of coffee per month. I will show you exactly how to build this website over the shoulder step by step. So all you have to do is follow along with this tutorial and you will walk away with a beautiful and professional podcast website. So jumping right into this, the website builder that we will be using in order to build this podcast website is the Hostinger website builder. This is the best website builder out there in terms of ease of use and also price, and you can claim a major discount up to 75% off by using the top link in the description. So once you click on that link, it's going to take you over to this page. So if we click on claim deal right here, as you can see, there is 3 different plans that we can choose from. And the one that you want to go for most people is going to be this light plan right here. The only time I would recommend upgrading to Plus is if you want to sell things for your podcast, like if you want to sell merch or if you want to sell some kind of other thing and you need e-commerce functionality, then you might need to upgrade for this. But for most people, just to create a podcast website, all we need is this light plan right here. So all we are going to do is click on choose plan. And then in this area, the biggest thing that dictates the price, aside from which of the plans we choose, is going to be the billing period. So with this, the only one of these that I would recommend avoiding is the monthly, because look at the price jump right here. If we go to monthly, this is going to be $12 per month plus a $4.99 setup fee. And we also don't get a domain included with this. Whereas if we pay for the year upfront right here, we pay just $4.99 per month and we can get the website for an entire year for just $60. Going beyond this, essentially the way this works is once this year is up, so we've had the website for 1 year, it's going to go to monthly pricing right here, which is still a little bit cheaper than if we go for the monthly, as you can see. But if you do know that you will have your website for, 2 years or more, you will have it for the long term, then what you can do is buy like 48 months right here, and you lock in this pricing for 4 years because we pay this upfront, right? So we don't go to the monthly pricing for 4 years. So just choose the billing period that you want to go for, and then we can click on continue right here. On this next screen, you will need to go ahead and create an account first. I don't need to because I already have a Hostinger account, but it will ask you to enter an email and create a password for Hostinger. So go ahead and do that. And then it's going to take us over to this screen where we can enter in the billing address. So just enter in the billing address, then we can click continue. You can then choose the payment method that you would like to use for Hostinger. So I'm going to go for my card. We can enter in this details. And then once these details have been entered, we go ahead and click on submit payment. Once we have paid for Hostinger, it's then going to take us over to this page where it asks who is this website for. This question is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't make any difference to the process. So let's just go ahead and skip this. It's then going to ask if we are going to create or migrate a website. Website migration is if you have already built your website on another platform and you want to move over to Hostinger. That is not what we are going to be doing. We are creating a website from scratch. So let's click on I'll create a website. We can then choose if we want to use WordPress or the Hostinger website builder in order to build the website. WordPress is a lot more advanced. You oftentimes need plugins and there is additional extra costs that often come with WordPress. It's really not worth it and it's not necessary at all to build a podcast website. So we are going to go with the Hostinger website builder. In here, we can then choose the domain for the website. So of course, this is going to be your podcastname.com. I would highly recommend getting a .com domain. So if you type in the name of your podcast and .com is taken, just add podcast at the end of it. So for example, if my podcast was just called my name, Riley Holden, I would add rileyholdenpodcast.com if rileyholden.com is taken. Hope that makes sense. And then in here, we just add some extra information like where you are based and also some additional contact details. And then from here, that is the initial setup of Hostinger complete. So once that is done, this is the screen that we will be taken to on Hostinger, and we have the option to let AI create a website for you. So this is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually a very, very useful tool if you want to use this. You essentially just enter in your podcast name. and we can enter a description down here, and then it will use AI to build kind of like a template of the website for you. So you can use that. What I would do and what I recommend is just going to pre-made templates right here, because Hostinger already has an awesome podcast template that is already created. So in here, we just go to search all templates and we can type in podcast just like that. And then down here, this is the one, it's called Navy. This is a pre-built podcast template. So all we need to do is click into select template right here. And this is going to take us over to the Hostinger editor, where we can now go ahead and edit this template. So the awesome thing about Hostinger is the fact that this is drag and drop. So to change the images, all we do is click into the image, click on edit image, and then we can replace this. And then for the text, we just click into the text and then we can type out what we want to type out. So let's say in this example, I'm going to create a true crime podcast. What I can do in here is I can say the number one true crime podcast in the UK, just like that. So we can change the text right there. If you want to add any additional elements in, like maybe a piece of subtext or something like this, then we can just go over to add element right here. And we can drag in all of these different things. So we could drag in like an Instagram feed or an additional piece of text. And once that is added in, we can once again just click in and we can type out whatever we would like to type out. But I'm just going to delete this for now. By the way, anything that you want to delete, for example, I don't have a blog. I wouldn't have a blog for my podcast. So we can just click in, click on the backspace, and that is going to be deleted. For the image, let's click edit image and we will replace this with an image of myself. So we can select the image that we would like to upload, click on select, and just like that, this is now going to be dropped in. So we can like resize this, set this about how we would want to set this right here. And then right here where it says listen on Spotify, we can click into this, we can edit the button. And then down here, you just want to go ahead and grab the Spotify link to your podcast. And we can drop that in right here. And then when people click on this, they will be able to listen on Spotify. What we can also do is if we want to add in like Apple Podcasts, we have the option of adding this as a button as well. So we could say listen on Apple Podcasts, just like that. And then we would need to stretch this out. Or alternatively, we could go up and we could actually add social icons right here. And we could delete both of these, just add in a piece of text. And we could say, listen on your chosen podcast platform, and just stretch this out, maybe make this a little bit smaller, just like that. And then all we would have to do is click into these social icons right here and click on edit. And the actual icon is going to change. If I add a Spotify link in right here, then this is going to change to Spotify. I could add Apple Podcasts. You get the idea. And then what we could also do as well is just duplicate this. We could say like follow on social media, and then we could actually add our social media links as well. And we could drop these in. So this is really, really customizable, this top section. Then we have this section, which shows the latest episodes. So what I would do is I don't actually have an image that I could upload here, but you get the idea. We would just click in, we would add the podcast thumbnail, and then right here, we can just click in and say that this is, let's say this is episode 18. Let's just call this Jack the Ripper. We could add a little description right here. And then for this link, we just click into edit text. Click on the link icon right here. We would actually need to highlight this. Click on the link, and then we can change the link to add that specific podcast episode. So once again, we can just go down. We can, if we want to delete certain sections, we can delete these. If we want to add in new sections right here, we can go down and we can add in all of these different sections, like a gallery, a slideshow. Maybe we even want to add a video. That is how you can customize this homepage. Then at the bottom here, once again, we can add the social media icons. We can delete this. We could completely delete this footer. It's completely up to you what you want to do with this. So that is the homepage right there. We also have this navigation bar. So for example, I might want to delete blog. I might want to add in different pages or something like this, or just edit these. So how do we go ahead and do that? So the way that we do this, the way that we edit this navigation bar is we just go over to this left-hand side into pages and navigation. And for blog, for example, I will just go down and delete this. And then this is going to be deleted. To add in new pages, we can also add a page right here. We could choose from one of these pre-built templates if we want to, or alternatively, we can add an empty page right here. We can create the title, and then we would just go through and build this out ourselves by choosing different elements to add it. So that is the navigation menu right there. And then from here, essentially all we would do is go in and customize these pages. So the about page, we just click in, we customize this in the same way that we did with the homepage. For episodes, I'll give you a little tip here. What you can do is we would go down and add in every single episode, right? So we just add the thumbnail right here. We add the text, we add the links that we want to link to. And then every time you add a new episode in, all you need to do is go here, click on duplicate with this top section, and then we could change this to number 5. We could create the title right here. And that's just a super easy way to add each episode in. So those are all of the pages. We can go up here and you can add your logo into this area. And then the final thing to do is actually the home page is hidden here. So once again, open up pages and navigation, and we just drag this home page back. And then, as I said, the final thing is maybe customizing the font and the colors that are used on the website. So with true crime, we maybe want like black and red. That's like pretty spooky, right? Instead of this beautiful pink color. So to do this, we just go to website styles. And then right here where it says only used once for this pink, we can click into the pink, and I want to change this more to a red color. So we can maybe make this red just like that, and then click on accept. And as you can see, this is now going to change. The same with this black, we want to go down, and this text will disappear, of course, but so we would have to change that as well. But we can go down and we can change the white right here to maybe a black color. And let's click on accept. And then we would also want to change the font color. So we can click into this gray. We can maybe make this a white. And as you can see, that's now going to change. There's also a bit of text here, so we would just have to play around and essentially see which changes that. So that's not right. And maybe this, we could change this to white as well. And if we can't find it, we can just click into the text right here. We can change this to white, and there we go. We now have this set up. So just like that, we now have the podcast website created. And then all we need to do to actually put this live is, of course, save this first. And then we can click on go live right here. And once this has saved, the website is now going to be live. So we can go ahead and click on view. And my website is now live and it's on the internet. So that is how you can create a podcast website. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.